You know, in crypto, everyone's eyes are glued to the price. It's like the ultimate report card, right? But what if that price is telling the wrong story? That's what we're digging into today with Cardano, where the quiet charts might just be hiding a super noisy and fast-growing ecosystem.
So this really gets to the heart of it. We can all see that ADA's price has been kind of flat, right? But does that mean the project itself is stuck in the mud? We're going to look past the ticker symbol today and see what's really happening under the surface.
Okay, so part one, let's talk about the market's mood. Before we dive into what the builders are doing, we've got to understand what the traders are seeing. What's the story the charts are telling us right this minute?
And here's our starting point. We're hovering right around 48 cents. You know, ADA has been kind of flirting with that 50-cent mark, but it just can't seem to hold on. So right now, it's just consolidating, kind of waiting to decide which way to go next.
Now, if you pop the hood and look at the technical signals, the picture gets, well, pretty cautious. It's like this. All the big trend indicators are flashing sell, and the momentum gauges, they're basically running on empty. There just isn't a lot of buying energy out there. The only thing really holding things up is the fact that it's sitting right on this supercritical support level.
So what this means is the market's at a clear fork in the road. There are really two potential paths here. Path number one, it just keeps chopping sideways, stuck in this tight range. But path number two, that's where the 48-cent support level breaks. And if that happens, we could see a pretty quick drop down to 45 cents. It feels like everyone's just holding their breath, waiting for a signal one way or the other.
All right, enough of the charts for a minute. Let's step away from the quiet trading floor and head down into the engine room, because down there, things are anything but quiet. And believe me, this is where the story takes a completely different turn.
Just get a load of this number. Well, the price has been doing, well, not much. Users on just one platform, Strike Finance, have raked in almost 4.5 million EDIA in rewards. And that's in only 6 months. I mean, that is real, tangible value being created and put right into the pockets of people who are actually using the network.
In this quote from them, it just nails their whole philosophy. The goal isn't just about riding a bull market wave. Nope. It's about building tools that create value no matter what the market is doing, up, down, or sideways. And that, right there, is the big shift from just pure speculation to actual sustainable use. And hey, it's not just about earning rewards. Check this out. Over at Danogo Finance, they've now got a $2 million pool of stablecoins just sitting there, ready for people to borrow. You can think of this as the essential fuel for the whole DeFi machine. It's the cash that lets people trade, invest, and, build new things.
And it's not just that they're providing the money, they're making it cheap. I mean, they're offering the lowest borrowing rates on all of Cardano. That's huge. It encourages more activity, it makes capital easier to get. That kind of competition, that's a classic sign of a healthy, growing ecosystem.
Okay, now let's talk about conviction. Take a look at the surf community. Almost 70% of all their tokens are staked. Staked! That means people aren't just holding on for dear life, they're actively locking up their tokens to support the project. That is a massive vote of confidence. And of course, it also means there are way fewer tokens floating around on the market to be sold off.
Progress isn't always about the dollars and cents. Sometimes it's about building a real culture. Like this, Tokeo Wallet went and made a custom theme just for the Viper community. Now, it might seem like a small thing, but it shows that different projects are actually working together to make the whole experience more fun and engaging for everyone. It's about community.
And this brings us right to the core of what we're talking about today. It's this real tension, isn't it? On one hand, you've got this kind of bearish, quiet market. But on the other, you've got this buzzing, innovative ecosystem that's just full of life. So how in the world do you square those two things?
So what's the big takeaway here? You've got the cautious chart watchers over here and the super optimistic builders over there. How do these two completely different worlds connect? Or do they? Well, here's the tough part. Progress doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? Even with all this amazing building going on, a flat or falling price acts like a constant headwind. It just dampens the mood, and it makes it so much harder for even the very best projects to get noticed and build the momentum they need to really take off.
So if you're watching the charts, it all boils down to a few key battlegrounds. Holding that 48-cent line, that's the main defense for the bulls. If they want to change the narrative, they absolutely have to break through 52 cents, and with conviction. But if that 48-cent floor gives way, you got to watch out for a drop to 45 cents. These are the levels that are going to tell us who's winning this tug-of-war in the short term.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on.
When a market is just going sideways, you have to decide which signal you're going to listen to. Is it the price, which is really just a reflection of past feelings, or is it the progress, which hints at what could be possible in the future? The answer you come up with doesn't just define Cardano's potential future, it probably defines your own strategy. Thanks for digging into this with us.